Okay viewers, we're back again on the demolition site, Blackpool, UK, corner of Chapel Street and New Bonny Street, former home of the Magistrates Court and the police station. Okay viewers, here we are, back on the corner of Chapel Street, Bonny Street. As you can see, we've got directly in front of us two Hyundais working away, pecking away at the front here. Pretty overcast today, not the beautiful blue skies we've been used to the last few days, and a little bit breezy too. Okay, the jackhammer's out. The jackhammer's out on the job here. Not quite sure why, because normally we'd get through this with the Volvo, but the Volvo doesn't seem to be here at the minute. So the Hyundai's picked up and got the jackhammer to weaken the concrete before they put the pulverizer on it. Yeah, because normally the Volvo would take first choice and it would just tear into this, to be fair. But at the moment we do have two Hyundais working, one at each corner of the southern walls of this Magistrates Court, what's left of it. So as you can see, they're just weakening everywhere they go, punching holes through so that when the pulverizer head comes into play, just go through it like butter, won't it? So the last time I saw the jackhammers being used was on the steps at the back, which was near the cell block. So it's a good couple of weeks since I've seen the jackhammer being used on site. So we're just in front of the south wall of the police station here now, working our way towards the south wall. Pan around here and survey the area. One of the Cabelcos directly below us filling up the stone crusher. Bales of rebar kicking all over the place, and a couple of skips there, and the digger. And just in the corner here we've got a huge mound of hardcore which has already been processed, ready to be filled up into the trucks. So that's the state of play today as we look round. So you got all the heads there laid up on the floor in the middle of the screen. Okay, so now we've got we found the Volvo. The Volvo's here, and he looks very ill. As you can see, somebody working on it on a step ladder, and the arms spread straight out on the floor. So this answers the question is what's happened to the Volvo the last couple of days. Obviously got something wrong with the equipment here. Just trying to make out what it says on the panel. Hide HYDR. I think it's going to be something to do with hydraulics, with the pipe work which operates the machine. So the Volvo's poorly sick at the moment, so we just have to wait for that to be back in action. That's why they've been using the Hyundais the last couple of days. Okay, so we are up to speed with that. Let's just hope that they can get this one sorted out, because it's a much better machine, far superior to the Hyundai. You can just see the sheer length of the reach on that machine when you look at that now. When you look at it from that view, you realise how much of a counterweight there has to be in the back of this machine for it to operate. Okay, then we're back to the Hyundai then. Well, one of them, and as I said, we've got two of them working here at the front at the moment, pecking away at each corner. What looks like a large roof portion there that's come down. Obviously missed that while we was looking at the Volvo. So there's the walk of shame, so to speak. Underneath that bridge there was a corridor, the bridge leading up to the entrance of the police station. There's a corridor there, and you've got two doorways there in the middle of your screen, and that's where you used to come out and join another corridor, walk along, and the next thing you knew you was going up a set of stairs into the dock inside the Magistrates Court. You just appeared in the middle of the Magistrates Court. So that was it, the walk of shame they used to call it. That's if you got found guilty, of course. So there's many a hungover person done that walk over the years up to that Magistrates Court after spending the weekend at the hotel here, so to speak. They're just chomping away at this wall down here, making pretty short work of that. There's what looks like an old water tank laid out there as well, ready to be scrapped. can just see the pillars underneath of that floor there, which under there it was the ground floor parking area, the old car park. So quite a lot of rubble to clear as they move across here. Okay, there you can see the two doors that I'm on about. Centre of the screen there. Well, not to the centre, off centre should I say, to the left hand side of your screen. Right in the middle of that first floor. Used to come and walk out underneath the bridge of the police station, unknown to people walking above. And then they would take a right turn and then a left out under another corridor and pop up inside the Magistrates Court. Straight in the dock. So back in the day, the design of this was quite intricate when you think about it. They could move criminals and convicts and the accused around in a series of corridors with unsuspecting to the public who would be walking above or right next to them, in fact. You know, just small walls separating. That way you see the graffiti in front of you, that glass door that's been smashed as well. That used to be the main entrance to the police station, that was. Back in the day, it's been closed for some time now, but that was the actual main entrance where you would enter the police station. Of course, at this side of the police station is where the cell block used to be. Also with its corridors. Okay, so they're still working on the Volvo here. The Dark Destroyer, the Chomper, the Muncher. It's not looking too well at the minute. Okay, so hopefully everything will get sorted. Yeah, it looks like hydraulic repairs going on there. I'm guessing with HYDR, and then you got the hose. Maybe they've had a burst pipe, loss of fluid or whatever on the hydraulic systems. Just a guess, a wild guess at that. So I can only see half the wording on that van. Okay, so this Hyundai is chewing away at the ground floor ceiling of the car park, the first floor of the car park. It's just jumping away there underneath, trying to reveal the pillars in the car park underneath. So as you can see from here, there's like you've got 2 floors and quite a lot of pillars and a lot of rubble between where we are now and that police station. Just from a much better angle there, you can see them uncovering underneath there. And a lot of rebar as well once more. Very similar to when we come down Chapel Street from the east to west. Similar setup to what's being encountered there. A lot of rebar, quite a few pillars. Hopefully we'll get the Volvo back in action, because the Volvo is twice as quick as these Hyundais are getting through this. So there you can see the pillars underneath there holding up that first floor. So we move across now. As you can see, they've uncovered the ground floor there. Oh, we're just sitting in the corner of the screen there. The Volvo was being put through its paces, but its arm was up in the air. Hopefully we're going to get him back in action at some point. Meantime, it's down to the Hyundais to do all the work. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're more than capable of doing the work. It's just that it seems to take them that little bit longer than the Volvo. The Volvo seems to get through it a lot quicker. It's a lot stronger, longer reach. Everything about it is, it's far, in my eyes, it's far superior to the Hyundais. But the Hyundais are more than capable of doing the job. It just might take a little bit longer. Still can't get that picture of the T-Rex out of my head when I see that. It just so reminds me of the T-Rex dinosaur, the way the posture of the machine is. So the other Hyundai there's he's managing to uncover some of the underbelly as well. Meanwhile, if you see in the top there, the Volvo is definitely being put through its paces there in the middle. Oh, and the head's back down. That's not a good sign. The head's back down. Looks like an animal in distress, doesn't it? Like a swan with its neck broke or something. I don't know. Just doesn't look too healthy like that. They're just chomping away in this corner, trying to separate the floor, the channel. He's digging the channel away from that first pillar, so he can collapse the floor by the looks of it. Now looks like it's trying to dig another channel the opposite side. Quite a lot of rebar here as well now. Oh, do you see the way he moved then? I'll give you a quick replay on that. He used his full body weight. Look. On the arm to move the rest of the cab. That was amazing. Wow. There's always something that catches my eye. I've not seen that one before on this build, on this demolition should I say, but the way he put the arm down to take the weight off the cab and then spun the cab on its back, on the back end of the caterpillars to move it. That's pretty amazing, to be fair. Okay, back in on that ground floor ceiling, or the first floor, whichever you want to say it is, cutting away at the side of the pillars. And all the time that water's pouring in to try and keep the dust down. Boom, gone. Pop your up, clamp, then lift, and back. It's a process we've seen hundreds of times now, and it's a process that works. If you just clear the rubble off the top here. Don't know if he's going to go for the pillar here, I don't know. You can see he's totally exposed the underbelly of this now. The old Bonny Street car park under there, the back end of it, what used to be. For anyone that used to use it or remembers it, that's the bottom corner where the ramps were. Used to go the ramps that used to go up onto the first floor. That's that bottom corner. So like I said before, they are getting through it, just not quite as quick as the Volvo would. They are doing the job. I'm pretty sure I've seen that van here on a couple of occasions. Just never actually caught the name of the title on the sides of it. And I think it's pretty obvious to say it's something to do with the hydraulics. Or the hoses, should I say. Hoses that carry the hydraulic fluid, which of course operates everything. Pumping around the fluid, that's what operates everything. Gotta say, the amount of water that they're pouring into this to keep the dust down, it's doing a good job actually today, keeping the dust down. Far better than it has done the previous couple of days. They're still working on the Volvo there, but the good news is there, the van is no longer there. So does this mean that we are operational again on the Volvo? I'm not too sure. But the good news is that van is not there. So the van's left. Is this the driver making some final adjustments? I don't know. Okay, back to the Hyundai. Back to the underbelly of the car park. That looks like it's just nibbling along this back edge, just tidying up that the back edge of this wall. It's getting quite late in the day now, so I'd imagine he's not going to go any further other than to just clean up this back wall. Okay, so you can see the bridge walkway, should I say, into the entrance of the police station there. That's still pretty much intact. So the Volvo's there, back up at the top of the screen. Still looking quite limp. The arm's up in the air though. Just panning around there to see the rest of the site here. We've got the one Hyundai there has been laid to rest there. You've got the Cabelco here with the magnet head on it. For anyone that's not seen the magnet head, just shows you what lengths they go to make sure they get all the metal out of this site. After the pulverisers have been there and picked it out and baled it up, the stone crusher also kicks it out to one side. And they've got the magnet here, the electromagnet, which scans across the top of the soil and picks up the remainder to make sure they've got all the metal work out of the site. You see when you lift the head up, all the metal stuck underneath onto the magnet. They'll take it across and put it onto its respective pile. And that's the magnet head once more, doing its thing. And of course that's attached to the Cabelco. Now the Cabelcos are probably the smaller of the three types of machines we've got here. But at the moment we've got two Cabelcos, two Hyundais, one Volvo. But the Cabelcos are more than capable of doing a fair bit of damage as well. As they were shown on the very first day of this demolition, they single-handedly took apart the joke shop on Central Drive. That was the Cabelco that did that. One of these Cabelcos that's here dismantled the joke shop on Central Drive. Here we've got the stone crusher, this ever increasing mound of rubble in front of it. You can see underneath you've got rebar right underneath that front edge. You've got the this second belt that spins left to right, not the one that goes up and over the top, the one that spins left to right. That's got magnets on it, I believe, and it picks up any metal that's in there and casts it out to one side. So you've got the diggers that bail up the rebar, you've got the magnet which picks it out if it's been missed, and you've also got the stone crusher which boots it out to one side here as well. So it's all about getting the steelwork out of the concrete and back into recycling. And then of course you've got the hardcore itself, which is also then recycled, goes into road surfacing and making a new cement, etc. So the amount of recycling that goes on these sites is pretty amazing, to be fair. Just got another load on his magnet there. Just take it over to wrap it off. Here comes the digger to take its hardcore to fill up the wagon. So the production line continues at the expense of the Volvo. The Volvo's not looking too clever there. Oh wait, no, we've got movement. We have movement on the Volvo. And he's hitching up his pulverising head as well. Is this going to be good news for the following day? It looks like it very well could be. Yes, he's on the move. So, looks like we've got the Volvo back in action. Excellent news. So we'll definitely be moving forward a lot quicker than what we have seen the last couple of days. The Volvo's definitely back in action. Okay viewers, if you like what you see, pop your comments in below and don't forget to hit that like button and the notification bell because we love it when you do that. And don't forget to share. See you soon in my next presentation. Catch you later. It's not your boy Leroy signing off. Ta-da!